Hello, everyone. Sorry I had a little technical difficulties. Um, this is about basically changing the narrative, in 2025. And, if what you've been doing hasn't been working, so maybe we need to change the way you're going about it, because if you're looking for someone to be with, you know, and whatever you've been trying, and I don't mean to repeat myself, but it's very important is you have to keep an open mind and realize that, okay, maybe that's not working for me. Let me try a different approach. And you'd be surprised at changing one little detail here or there will make it better. Okay. So feel free to live chat or whatever the case may be. If you have any questions, also I'm free if you email me or you know, submit a comment or whatever. I'd be more than happy to reply, but let me say a few things. And first of all, I'm not a professional, and my opinion is my opinion. Now, if you don't want the truth, don't ask me the question because I'm going to be very truthful with you, and that's where it all starts off. And the first thing I want to talk about is how our women, you have a very important and critical role in society. You are the nurturers and the creators of our culture because you are our true leaders and development because you spend more time with the children than the man does because normally the man is provider and protector. He's normally at work. Okay. And yes, it should be uh, done together, co-parenting, whatever you want to call it. Okay. But we also know in realistic life, a lot of times the woman is with the children more than the man is. Okay. Now, let's talk about first dates. A lot of people talk about restaurants, let's go to a five-star restaurant, or let's go here, let's go there. I got a restaurant for you that's very fulfilling and it may help you a lot better than going to a five-star restaurant and you might save a little money. Excuse me. What's wrong with going to church? That's a five-star restaurant, 10-star actually, because it will feed your soul and your spirit. And a man takes you to church, that means he doesn't have a problem being seen with you. That means he wants everyone to know that he is trying to claim you as his, and I don't mean property wise, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Okay. And there's other thing. Picnics. What's wrong with those? It takes a lot of thought to go to a picnic. It doesn't take a lot of thought to go to a five-star restaurant other than driving there, sitting there and ordering. You know, you'll have a better conversation at a picnic than you would have at a five-star restaurant because there's going to be so much pressure, ladies and men. What do I say? What do I wear? How do I look? And all this. And how you look, be yourself. That's how you should look. Be yourself. Okay? Because if you're putting on the front, it's going to come out eventually. Okay? So, like I said, just be yourself. And it's not that difficult. It's not that hard. You know, another thing that people fail to realize that is very simple. What's wrong with having a casual dinner? You know, because a lot of people you want to say, well, why didn't he invite me to his family picnic? Well, he don't know you. So why would he invite you somewhere or to around his family and he doesn't know you? Okay, what is that about? I mean, don't get in your feelings because of that. You know, just keep it simple. Now, ladies, a little information. The average black woman makes $30,000 a year. Okay, it's $30,000. It's not a lot of money, especially when you have a child or children. Okay, now you making 30,000. Okay, and that's not a lot to go around. And you have, let's just say, two children. Okay, So you say you want to be the man that's making 100,000. As soon as you get that job, you get that man, you're gonna quit working. Really? No, it doesn't work that way. Okay. Understand, we as men, if you're our woman or our wives, we'll give you everything that you desire and deserve. But understand, that has to be earned. It's not freely given. Okay. Now, let's get to changing the narrative. Okay. That's one thing about it. Like I said, quit looking at money. Look at the type of person that man is. Because trust me, he's looking at the type of woman you are. Okay. And if you're display any kind of attitude or issues that he doesn't like, he's probably gonna move on because you will only give you so many chances. Now, if you are so called for the streets, well, that's where we're gonna leave you. Because why would we bring the streets into our home? We don't want anybody that's combative. No, submissive would be nice to a point. We want you to stand up for yourself. But hell, I nobody want to be arguing all the time either. Okay? So understand there's a difference in submission and being, just do whatever I say. No, that's not what we mean. Ultimately, like if we're trying to make a decision on certain things or whatever, well, that's the way I feel about it, and we're gonna do it my way. No, man shouldn't say that. So why should you? Okay. And if you get to the point where you want to be that so-called alpha, because there only can be one, then guess what? We're going to move on. Okay. Now, we'll value your opinion. Yes, we will. Okay. We'll even ask your opinion. Okay. But that doesn't mean it's going to go your way all the time. It doesn't mean it's going to go my way either, because you might have a better idea than I have. Okay. It's about compromise and what's best for the unit as a whole, not what's best for you. Okay. Now, I do want to give a shout out to my sister Crystal. And if you want to make your hair happy, go on over to Chris Styles over there on Heather Downs and Reynolds. She's done wonders for my wife's hair, and she's a very nice lady. So please go over there and check her out. And I also like to thank my wife for her support, because with her supporting me and saying do this, because I have ideas or whatever, man, I really appreciate that. It means a lot. Getting back to changing the narrative. Ladies, tomorrow isn't promised. Time isn't clicking and a ticking. So what are you going to do? Okay, if you're looking for a genuine man in your life, okay, there's certain things you're going to have to do. Now, I know you got friends or whatever, okay, but understand, a true friend will tell you the truth, okay? Associate or acquaintance will be in your ear saying, girl, don't talk to him, he ain't got no money, and blah, blah, blah. Thing about it is, some single women will keep you single. Keep that in the back of your mind, because that is food for thought, okay? Because if you're sitting there listening to someone, okay, and they don't have anybody, why the hell are you listening to them, okay? They tell you, oh, girl, I like to have me a man, but I ain't putting up with that BS and all this other stuff. And you sitting there, yeah, girl, I know that. Okay. Well, you got two single women sitting at home eating popcorn, watching the old Tyler Perry movie, crying on each other's shoulder. Is that how you want to go out? Is that how you want to live your life? No, doesn't make sense. Now, again, I apologize because I don't know what happened with the live chat, but I'm doing this now, and I'm going to save it and record it, and you can watch it later. And like I said, feel free to subscribe to the channel. Any comments, questions, or whatever, I will respond to them, good, bad, or indifferent. Okay. Now, something else I want to talk to you about this. Okay, your children. Yes, they are great. They can be great. And raising them right or whatever, and then be proud of them as they grow up or whatever. That's a good thing. But let's be honest. Some people shouldn't have children. Okay. then I'm sorry, it is what it is. Okay, because if a man looks at that child as a mistake, then all he's going to be is just a child support check. That's it. And that's not fair to that child. It's not fair to you. Okay. But ultimately, you have the access to sex. We dictate relationships. Okay. Because you can want whatever you want. But unless we buy into it or accept that, you can't have a relationship. Okay. Now, there are men out there that are bad. Okay. They're dogs or whatever. Okay. And yes, it's hard to filter out who's good, who's bad. Okay. And I'm sorry, sometimes you might get a bad apple. Okay. But that doesn't mean we all bad. And when you start thinking about we all bad or we all the same, no, that's BS. Okay. And if you start feeling like that, start dating women, Or if you decide to date, black men are all the same. I'm going to date a white man. Or I'm going to date a Hispanic man. I'm going to date an Asian man. Okay. There's bad ones in all races. Okay. So if you truly want a good man, okay, look at it like this. You can dictate what you want, okay, and how you want to be treated. Well, don't you think you should be thinking the same thing along with the man? How would he want to be treated? I'm not saying trying to dictate what he wants. You can't tell him what he wants. He'll tell you. He'll show you, okay? But it's all about reciprocation. Like they said, well, I match energy, whatever the hell that means, okay? In a sense, to me, it's saying, well, if he's giving me a certain amount of care and support and respect or whatever, why I can't get the same thing? Because who wants to constantly give, and ain't get shit in return? Nobody would like that. Ladies, you wouldn't like it. So why do you think we will? Okay? That brings me to a story where this young lady, and I'm going to get back to the children in a minute. She had 6 children. She was in her 20s or whatever. And I remember very nice lady. She used to just be distraught because she's looking for a man, she wanted to get married, but, she made a few mistakes and bad choices in her younger life. And she's like, well, I'll never find a man. I said, yes, you will. It's not that you're going to find one. He's going to find you. And it won't be the man you want necessarily, but it'll be the man you need. She ended up finding a nice young man that came into her life. They ended up dating. He didn't have any children, and he was like 27, 28. And he took on that responsibility of 6 children plus her, okay? He worked 2 jobs to support her, went back to school to get a career, and we'll get to that in a minute. Get a career to provide for what he told me is his 6 children and his wife. Now, that's very rare because, ladies, sorry, dating a woman that has children is like being convicted of a crime you didn't commit, okay? You want us to take care of you and your children, okay? Take on that responsibility. We can't discipline them. We can't do anything, All we can do is take them to Disney World and spend money on them and you, and that's it. Now, who the hell gonna buy into that? And on top of that, they won't have children the man wants a child of his own. Well, 9 times out of 10, you ain't gonna want any more children, or you may be too late where you can't have any children. So why not go down to, the next lady that's maybe a little bit younger or whatever, doesn't have any children, because it doesn't matter what she does. She could be working in a fast food restaurant. He's not looking at that. He's looking at her and who she is, what she's about. Okay? So get past that. Now, another thing is where you're talking about, well, he has to make a certain amount. If your money doesn't matter to us, why should our money matter to you? Yes, I get it. You want to make sure that man is viable. He can take care of your responsibility if you guys get in a relationship or whatever. I get it. Okay. But on the other hand is, why should I part with all my money? What is the benefit? Truly, what is the benefit for me? Okay, yeah, you're happy, your children happy, but I'm not happy. Okay, because I not only do I have to take on the responsibility of another man's children, okay, and you, I still got to figure out, what I want, how my life is going to turn out, or whatever. And that is a lot of stress to put on a person, especially now you're talking about. Well, I quit my job today. You just gonna have to pay all the bills. Well, I'll be damned. You better go back there and tell them you need to come back to work. Okay, because it's not right. It's not fair. You don't make a life changing decision like that first without a conversation, and two is you don't put all that stress on me. Definitely without talking to me. Now, if I'm stupid enough to say, "Yeah, okay, it's all right," then that's my fault. Okay. And ladies, you got to have a strong man. Okay. And what I mean by a strong man is a man that can tell you, no, we're not doing that. Or no, that's not a good idea. Okay. And I ain't talking about because you want a $10,000 ring. Make it make sense. Okay. Why the hell would you buy a $10,000 ring? That's a lot of groceries. Okay. What? So you can share everybody? Okay. Now, if you can afford it, hey, if she's worth it, key. She's worth it and earned it, by all means. Bust open that bank, get that 10 grand. Okay. But like I said, let's be reasonable. Okay. Now, I'm sorry I gotta say it like this, and a lot of people may not like it. Okay, like I said, I'll be upfront with you, whereas excuse me, my throat's a little dry. First impressions are everything. A man can tell, when you're being genuine and fake. Okay. And what we really want is a feminine woman, not a masculine woman. Okay. Because and ladies, when you feel like that hole or something is missing or whatever, because you know what you want or whatever, maybe you're being a little too masculine. Okay. And maybe you're trying to be feminine, but you're missing that masculine energy in your life. Okay. And believe it or not, you need that. And like I say, don't tell me you don't need a man, because as I said, you haven't met the man you need. Okay. You can want forever, but it's what you need. Okay. And let's get past this look stuff. And everybody talking about, oh, I'm a 10, I'm a 10. There's no 10s in the world. None. But as I've always said, what is perfect for you? Okay. And that person is still not a 10, okay, in the world. But she's a 10 to you. Tell me, well, look at me, look how I look. Okay. What does that mean? Nothing. Okay. Because I ain't seen no looks by anybody in there. Okay, yeah, you can get some sucker to buy you this or whatever, but try to go pay for groceries or something with your looks. See what they tell you. They tell you better get the hell on. Okay. So get out of that mindset. That's another thing of changing the narrative. Doesn't matter how you look. Okay. Because the average woman that has a beautiful spirit will be a 10, will be perfect for some man. Okay. And I ain't never seen a woman that was so-called, according to her, gorgeous, 10, 20, or whatever she called herself, okay, have a nice attitude. They usually have stink attitudes because, I'm, I'm the it, okay? I'm beautiful, I'm gorgeous, I'm fine, I work out every day or whatever, okay? Yeah. I guarantee you something's wrong with you, okay? I don't care how good you look or think you look or whatever. Yeah. A man will have you on his arm for eye candy. A man will sit there and knock that little man out the boat. But you're not wife material. Because 9 out of 10, when you talk about yourself, you're selfish. Right off the rip. Selfish. So why should I get somebody that I'm pouring money into and I'm getting nothing in return? And what I mean by that is, if I buy you something or whatever, nothing says you have to buy me anything, because it ain't all about money. Okay? You can sit there, like I said, plan a nice picnic. Okay? Not for you to get something down the road. but to show that you appreciate that person. Okay. And it's all about showing levels of care and support and respect. Okay. That's what's changing the narrative is. Stop all this yelling and screaming and talking crazy. That's not going to get you anywhere. Okay. It's going to get you alone, which is sorry. That's where you are now. So if that's not working, try a different approach. And I don't mean trying a different approach to get over. I mean, try a different approach to resolve the situation, to make it where it's, hey, I really like this person, I want them to be with me. What can I do to make them like me or want to be with me or whatever you want to call it. Okay. That's what's most important. Okay. And the other thing is, if I am making, and a lot of the statistics I use come off blackdemographics.com, so I'm not that smart, but there's a lot of information there. Okay. And like I said, changing the narrative is all about being a better you. Okay. Because if you're a better you for yourself, because it all starts self-reflection. Okay. If you're a better you for yourself, then you're going to be better for us. We're not asking for a lot. Respect, caring, support, loyalty. Those things are important to us. Not, oh, baby got back, got front, or whatever. No, she's gorgeous. Okay. And when you get to be 50, 60 or whatever, you'll realize all that doesn't matter. But it'll be too late then. One, you'll be set in your ways. Two is all that what you thought was important now no longer is an asset. So now what do you have? And you're going to be so set in your ways, you're not going to know how to change to be a better person. You're not going to want to. Hey, they take me for the way I am. No, nobody have to take you for the way you are. Okay? Like I said, you have to be perfect for us. Not perfect in the world, but perfect for us. Okay? I'd rather have an average looking woman, okay, that I know that she puts me first and allows me, acknowledges the fact that I put her first. That's why I love my wife. And people see her, they may say she's average looking. To me, she's gorgeous because she puts not just me, but everyone before herself. Okay. That's a rare thing to find. Okay. But that's what we're looking for. We're not looking for selfish women. We're not looking for women. Okay, I get it. You want to take care of your kids. Okay. But you want to screw the man over to do it. Now, that's not fair. And what kind of example are you accepting or setting when you're sitting there yelling in front of your children at another man? Okay. What sense does that make? Or you got 5 or 6 men coming over. Okay. And they see him. Okay. Believe me, all they want is a father. All they want is somebody in their life. Okay. But with that comes changes. So that's why I say you can't be selfish, because it ain't about you when you have children. It's about them until they're able to provide for themselves. It's about them. It's not about you. And if it's about you, don't have children. Okay. Don't say they are a mistake, because no, you're the mistake. Okay. Now, I'm going to give you the secret. Okay. If you want a man to be everything that you would like in a man, okay, like I said, it's very simple. It's 3 things. Okay. You have to show genuine interest in us. How our day went, what we had to eat. Okay. Would you like me to bring some lunch? Okay. And I'm not saying trying to buy it. I'm saying genuine interest. Okay. And that leads to making time for us. Now, I'm sorry, when you have children, your children come first. And any man that's worth his salt will understand that. And if he chooses to get in that situation or whatever, he has to understand your time is split with 2, 3 other people in your life. plus the time for yourself, because you need time for yourself. I'll give you that. Okay. But don't look at you want a helper or a roommate. That's why you're still by yourself. Okay. Now, the third thing, sorry, ladies, sex. Yes, it does matter. And you are crazy as hell to sit there and say, well, I'm not having sex till I'm married. Okay. I get it. That's your choice. But the consequence is, why would I wait? Especially if you already have one child. Hell, you didn't wait for him and you didn't get married. Okay. So how does that make sense? You want to make me wait. Well, you already would give away the goodies to one dude and he going about his business. But yet I'm trying to make you a special part of my life and you were the whole in the goodies. Hell, I like to sample it because, sorry if it sucks, because physical attraction does matter. It's not the most important thing, but yes, it does help. Just like looks are not the most important thing, but it does help. But ultimately, we as men, a lot of us haven't evolved to get past that. Okay, because the perfect man for you was if you were in a wheelchair, God forbid, and that man waited on you hand and foot, fed you, did everything you needed, and never had sex with you. Okay, that is a perfect world. Okay, that is a man that truly loves you, bar none. Okay, and it's not about material things or anything, because what can you do for him? He loves you for who you are and your spirit. Okay, now it's not rare to find that. Okay, but you got to put your work in to find it. Okay, now let's get back to this. God, I hate talking about it. Money. Okay, let's say I make $200,000 a year. Okay, I'm in the top 3% of people, of men in America that make that amount. Okay, so my options are wide open. And if I'm looking to be a hoe, I could be a hoe. Okay, because you sack chasers out there, I'll be looking at that money. Okay, but a good woman wouldn't give a damn how much you make. Okay, especially starting out. But if that's what you're looking for in the beginning, we'll know you're fake, and we'll treat you as such. So you looking for the bag? Okay, I usually like an old rag, dust you off a couple of times, throw you in the trash. And really, that's where you deserve to be. Because how dare you try to hurt me, use me for my money, and that's all you wanted. Okay, it's different if you wanted it for us to put it. Okay, that 200,000. Ladies, you realize even though if you're making $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 and I'm making $200,000, even though you think it may not be a lot, your money, whether you think it's infinitesimal, could mean a lot. You can pay a bill here, a bill there. Oh, I ain't paying no bills. I don't do 50-50. Well, fuck, excuse my French. Well, hell, how you going to do 50-50 anyway when you ain't making 50% of what I'm making? Okay? 50-50 means, and that's why I say, y'all get out of the damn habit of money. 50-50 means is we're working together, okay, to be one. You hear what I said? We're working together to be one. I'm not telling you to pay 50% of the bills because you can't afford it, okay? But you want this, and you want this big house, and you want Mercedes and all that, okay? You can't have that. But what you can have is a comfortable life. You're going on trips. You ain't starving. You ain't living from check to check. Now, doesn't that make a lot more sense than you sitting there struggling? Well, shoot, my life's about to get cut off. Where am I going to get the money? That's more important than sitting there trying to date out your damn income bracket, because that's what you're doing, okay? Because if we choose, us, men, choose that option, that's us. You can't make, or even in any kind of way, other than a fool, part with that kind of money, and you sit on your ass, or the minute we get together, or I'm stupid enough to marry you, and you want to talk about quit working. Oh, we'll be going to the courthouse real quick. Okay? Because it's just like a contract. Like I said, you choose and you chose to do certain things, just like I chose to provide and protect. Okay? You chose to be part of a unit. And a unit is we're doing things together, not being selfish, not me, saying, well, I'm not doing this, or I'm not doing that. It's we gonna do this. Everything is we. Okay? From the moment you say you want to come into that man's life, okay, that's what he's gonna think of. It's we, it's us. It's us against the world, baby. And then you turn around and flip the script. Oh, I ain't doing this. I ain't doing that. Oh, I ain't signed for this. And God forbid a man loses his money. And if that's what you were there for, oh, your ass gonna be gone. So again, why would I choose you? Okay, when I can choose a woman that's making less than you, or sitting there making more than you, but she doesn't look at the money. She looks at what can we do to be better. So again, why would I choose you? You're a liability. We're looking for assets. And what I mean by that is whether we are making enough money, and we as men, okay, unfortunately, especially my younger brothers, I tell them all the time, oh, you can work on somebody's production line all day long. Yeah, you can make a nice living. You can make some money, but what if the company gets in trouble? And that's the only skill you know. What are you going to do? How are you going to survive? How are you going to take care of your family? That's a selfish man that sits there is not trying to better himself for his family. Because it ain't about you, brothers. It's about your family. Okay? So that's why I say get a career. Okay? You can have a job. Jobs fade. Then what? Now, I was fortunate enough to see that younger in my life. So I have a career. But it wasn't given to me. And being a black man, trying to be an engineer, 1% of black men are engineers in this country. I'm proud of that fact because it took a lot of hard work for me to get there. But I realized my family deserved a better life than I had growing up. Okay, so it wasn't about me. It was about my family. Brothers, y'all need to start doing it. That's where y'all need to change the narrative. Okay, and if you're not ready to have a family and you just want a good time and blow your money or whatever, then don't worry about a career. But sooner or later, you got to pay the piper. Okay, now, ladies, you see the difference of what I mean by job and career. You too can have careers. Okay, it's not a career to sit on your ass at home. Okay, unless that man says it's okay, and that man makes it known that okay, I want you to stay at home to take care of our family. Okay, our family. Okay, now it's not our family unless that man decides to accept your children as his own. Most men are not going to do that because they're going to want a family of their own. Okay, now we will accept one, maybe two, I don't know, three. I don't know, depending on the man. Okay. But we still gonna want someone to carry on our legacy, our name. Okay. And if you're not able to fulfill that, I don't see how it's gonna work. Okay. And we make jokes about it. Oh, damn, she got 3 kids. So everybody always up. I ain't got time to get it. Do you like the way that sounds? Okay. Because it's being said. Okay. Do you want to be thought of like that? Okay. But if that's the way you act, that's the way we're going to think about you. If you're only out for personal gain or financial gain, okay, you got 3 miles besides yourself, and you're sitting there trying to run a game on us, the smart man is going to say, sister, I'm going to show you how to run game. And you're going to have them running through, just like they run through Walmart. And then you're going to have a name for yourself. G for the streets. I think that's a term now. Okay. And like I said, that's where we're going to leave you, in the streets. Okay. But what kind of example are you showing for your children if you're having 3, 4, 5 dudes come through? If you're dating 5 men every 6 months, or they see 5 different men every 6 months, there's a name for that. Whore, maybe. Sorry. I didn't bring it on you. You brought it on yourself. Okay. Now, I want you to see that there is hope. Okay. But also, you got to be realistic. Okay. My perfect woman. Okay. And I'm going to go on a limb and say most of us men, perfect woman, which has been perfect for us. And I'm not, because I can't say what's perfect for all men, but I'm just saying, in general, this is what we're looking for. We're not looking for a woman that's making a lot of money. If she is, great. If she's average, gorgeous, great. And I'm going to get back to that in a minute. Okay. But first of all, y'all remember that movie, The Brothers? Well, D, I can't remember the last name, talk about if a man gives you his last bite of food, that's the one, keep him because he cares about you. Ladies, that's true. That shows that we'll put you before ourselves. If we are sitting there hungry and there's only one piece of cake or chicken or whatever on the plate, oh, you can go ahead and have it. But open your eyes. He's a keeper. Okay? Because the men that don't give a damn about you, they don't say, you on your own, I'm going to eat this last piece. I'm hungry. Okay? So like I said, there's subtle things that show you what we think about you. Okay? Now, that's one thing. If we're talking about, if we bring up going to a nice restaurant, okay, let us do it. Don't pressure us. Let us make that choice. Okay? That means we're starting to care more about you. Okay? Now, on the other hand, let me give you a red flag. If you're sitting there holding out, talking about you're waiting for marriage to have sex, oh, hell, we'll drop a bank on you just to get it, and then we're gone. You know, sorry, that's the truth. Okay, and any man saying that is a liar. Okay, now, if we see you care, you have interest, you have genuine feelings for us, you'll get more and more. Like I said, you want to ask for it, you're starting to earn it. And the more you show us, the more you'll get. Okay? And the more you deserve. And like I said, I'm not talking about money. Okay? And that's the biggest problem in these ladies' life. All I hear is about I want the bag and he better be making this, better be making that. Well, I'm sorry, your nails, your hair, and your toenails on your damn body. That's your responsibility. Okay? I ain't asking you to come spray me down when I'm dirty or I've been working all day. Okay, that's my responsibility. I ain't ask you to pay for my haircuts. That's my responsibility. So you got some nerve to sit there and say, in order for you to go out with me, I got to provide all this thing. No, the hell I don't. Okay, that's your upkeep. I'm responsible for my money. You're driving that damn car. You pay for the oil change. Okay, that's how that works. Okay, and if you sit there and tell me that's what you got to have to go out, there's other women that'll be more than happy to go out. Y'all crazy. There's a lot of women, good women, and I'm not saying you're not a good woman because I don't know you, but there's a lot of women that are sitting out there, want a good brother, sitting out there. And y'all stupid enough to say, boy, you got to pay for my nail. Okay, I'm going to go to the one that doesn't need all that. I'm going to go to the one that has her own and realize, hey, I don't need a man to do that. I can do that for myself. Okay? That's my responsibility. 10 out of 10 times, that man is going to pick that woman over you. And I don't give a damn what you look like. Okay? I'm not paying for nothing. And most of us aren't. Okay? And it's not our responsibility. It is yours. So again, change the narrative. Quit asking for shit that you got to provide for yourself to begin with. Okay? Now, let's just say you've been on the first date, second date, third date, everything's vibing or whatever, okay? You'll see a change in that man. If that man is into you, you'll see that the world is your oyster. And he'll show you a little bit at a time, okay? But here's another red flag, ladies, where y'all like to date these thugs or whatever. And the first thing you say, shit, I ain't open no car door for her. She better get in or she gonna get left. And you go anyway, I walk my ass right back in the house. But some of you get in there and open your own damn door. Now, if he won't open your door, as little as it is, to take that effort to do that for you, why the hell you get in the car anyway? Are you that bad to go to Go to Popeyes. That's about all they're gonna take you because that's what he thinking. You can tell what a man thinks of you by his actions. If he don't sit there and open the door for you when you're going into a place or pull your chair out. And I say, oh, that's old simping stuff. No, that's being a gentleman. Okay. And what's wrong with being a gentleman? Okay. There's nothing wrong with it at all. That doesn't mean you're soft. That means you have a good side to you. And I don't mean do it to get over, because here's the thing. A man that does it and becomes second nature does it all the time without thinking. Okay. The ones that are doing it to get something, they're going to slip up, walk to the other side and let you get in the car. I suggest you don't stand there and wait on them because it might throw some gravel on you. Okay. But change the narrative. That's what you want to date. Okay. So if you want to date that, don't be surprised if you get there somebody talking crazy to you. Got a side chick. Okay. Or got 2 or 3 side chicks. And you think you're the main one. So no, that's your choice because you chose to accept it. You don't have to accept it. And that's where we are as men, don't have to accept your stink ass behavior or what you gonna do or what you not gonna do. I tell you what we gonna do, swipe left and keep it moving. Okay? Especially a man that y'all, like I say, like to call high value that's making a lot of money or making a nice living and has a career, a business or whatever. We're very selective. Okay, we don't accept anything. I know me personally, I don't. Okay, and I'll tell that story because I'm sure she won't mind. As I met my wife, and there's something I saw in her, and I had other people, which I dated a lady before, and there were some red flags there. So it didn't work out, and my current wife, we were talking 3 or 4 months. We never went out, but I knew who she was when I saw her, I talked to her again. Okay. And we talked for maybe a couple more weeks. And our first date, I took her to meet my family. Yeah. I took her to meet my family in Louisiana, 18-hour drive. Okay. And we talked the whole way till her ass got sleepy, which was fine, But see, a man knows what he wants, when he wants it, and he could tell when that woman is good for him. Okay. And now from that first date on, and actually, that's the first time my wife and I ever saw each other. We talked on the phone. We didn't FaceTime or nothing. Go figure. Well, yeah, we saw pictures of each other. Okay. But it wasn't about the physical attraction. I saw something in her, and since I'm her husband, she saw something in me that intrigued her, that she liked. And she was willing to go out on a limb, not knowing me, okay, driving all the way across states or whatever, with basically a total stranger, because she truly didn't know me other than our conversations. But I earned that trust, okay? And she earned my trust, because she could have been crazy as hell, want to take the car and leave me off in the damn woods or something. So see, we know when we know, okay? And I'm telling you that story because everybody said, well, I don't know him. You have to get to know him, okay? That's where the time comes in and the interest, okay? You have to put in the work. And that's the work, the interest and the time. Okay, like I said, you got children, I understand your time is limited, okay? But the spare time you have to take care of your children and your time for yourself, if you're devoted to that person, okay, you just show them they care, that you care about them, okay? Now, support comes down the line, okay? Because you can't buy their support. They shouldn't have to buy yours, okay? And again, I told that story because if you find a person that is thinking of others before oneself, that's a good find, okay? And it only can get better after that, okay? If you're thinking about the person that sit there and Say, well, I want this. Well, I don't want that. Okay, I understand you might have a certain preference for what you want to eat. Okay, and you have that right. But if I suggested that we go to this place and you know you can find something on the menu, then why not go? Because I don't want to hear no shit. Well, I don't eat there. I only eat 4 or 5 star restaurant. Bullshit, or oh, I don't like that. Now, understand, we're not forcing you, you know. That's where I say compromise. And say, well, I really don't like Mexican food, so can we go somewhere else? See, that makes sense. I understand that. But to sit there and tell them, I don't want that, you better think of somewhere else. Guess what? Yeah, it's be sitting there waiting, and it'll be dawn, sunrise, and you'll still be waiting, and I'll be full and asleep. Okay? There are no demands when you're trying to get to know someone. Okay? There's wants and desires. And we'll fulfill your wants and desires if you allow us to. You can't make us. I don't care what you say. And no matter how good you think that cave is between your legs, it doesn't run things. Okay? Now, simple man, or simp as they call them, maybe. But the type of man that will be there when you need him, nah. I take pride in and I don't call myself an alpha male. I call myself a man. Okay? A man with imperfections, but I'm perfect for my family. Okay? Because there's nothing I wouldn't do for my family. I put them first. I always will. Okay? So why not have somebody in your life that feels that way about you? Ladies. Okay? Now, again, I apologize. I don't know what happened with the live chat, and that's why I'm recording this. And please feel free to go and look at it, at your leisure. And like I said, whatever questions, comments you have, please feel free. And I hope I open your eyes on what 2025 hopefully brings a change in your life. And I'm not trying to say you got to change who you are, okay? But who you are isn't working. So it's your choice, okay? It's your choice, And if you want somebody in your life, what's wrong with making subtle changes here and there, okay? Because it's changing for the good, okay? It's changing for you not to be single. It's changing for you to find a good man, okay? And like I said, not every man is a good man, okay? But you got to look at it like this, when you talk about money, ladies, okay? It's not a lot of y'all that make $50,000, okay? And 80% of children, black children, are out of wedlock, okay? Like I said, choices come consequences, okay? You can't call them mistakes. You say, well, I made a mistake when I was younger, okay? Because there's only one way to make a child, as far as I know. Sperm has to go inside you some kind of way, okay? Whether it's injected physically or through a syringe, okay? So if you sit there and lay with a man, and every time you lay with a man, okay, you run the risk of getting pregnant, okay? Birth control said, they tell you it's 99% effective because nothing is guaranteed, okay? So you can still get pregnant. Now, I'm not saying being abstinent, but I'm saying, why not ask a man to wear a condom? And that ain't 100%, okay? But understand the risk is if you have sex with somebody, okay, you run the risk of being pregnant or getting pregnant. So why not have sex with someone that cares about you and you care about them, okay? Instead of just throwing it out there for what you can get, okay? And let me tell you something. Condoms don't protect you all the time. If you look at Houston and Atlanta, sorry, HIV is becoming rampant, okay? And like I said, I seen this young lady on YouTube bragging about she had herpes 1 and 2, and she could sleep with everybody she could sleep with, which is illegal, you know, and she was bragging about it. And trust me, changing the narrative, body count matters. It does to us. Okay? If we walk into a restaurant and there's 20 guys and then 15 of them know your damn name or know what you look like naked, that's a high body count for us. Okay? Yes, everyone has a past, but why would I engage in your past when you've been so promiscuous? I'm sorry, that's just the way we as men think. Okay? You have been out there with 15 different guys. Okay? And if you top it off with 2 or 3 baby daddies, then why would we get involved in that? Yes, everyone can change. I'll be the first to say that. Everyone can change. But you're asking us to get past your past. That's a hard thing as men for us to do. Okay? Now, if you can prove to us that it truly was, your younger phase, but remember, and this is for you young ladies out there, the shit you're doing now while you're in college, woohoo, party, whatever, it's going to follow you. It'll come back to haunt you. If you can't handle your alcohol, don't drink. If you can't handle the frat parties, don't go. Okay? Because even on college, you can get a name for yourself. Okay? And it never fails. You're going to run into somebody and you might be at a party or whatever. One person may know you. Shit, by the end of the night, everybody going to know you that's in that person's circle. Okay? Change the narrative. Church, picnics are just as good as restaurants. Like I said, picnics, you got to put a little thought into it. Where you're going to go, where you're going to prepare, what kind of setting you want to get in. It's nothing like sitting in the park, listen to kids running around or whatever, or sitting out looking over some water, sitting there having nice wine or cheese and crackers, or having a damn peanut butter sandwich or a tuna fish sandwich. Okay? It's the act, not the gesture. Well, the gesture does matter, but it's more so of this man is taking his time to do all this, think about where we're going to go or whatever, and I just want to go to a restaurant and order something. And then I want to order three extra meals for my children. Yeah. Now, who the hell you think going to pay for that? Oh, excuse me, I got to go to the bathroom. I'll pay my half, and I'm out. And you're responsible for them other 3 meals. Okay? I might even pay for you, but I ain't paying for. That's like inviting 8 people on your first date and expecting me to pay for them, or it's your birthday and expecting me to pay for it because we've been dating 3-4 months. No, I ain't paying that. And trust me, that'll be the last time you see me. Because if you got the balls to do that, then it's all about the money. Because you're worrying about what your friend, oh, he broke ass. He can't afford to pay for all that. Why are you even with him? Remember, single woman, keep your ass single. Now, like I said, I will brush up, get better, and have everything. And I will send out an invitation for a live chat, a live stream where we can actually live chat. You can ask me questions, whatever. And I appreciate your patience because, like I said, I'm new to this. It's not about, it's about helping if I can, and if I help 2 people get together, great. If I help open some woman's eyes up to what we as men are looking for and change the narrative and say, well, you know what, because of what you said, I changed my different thoughts on certain things or whatever. And I found a good man and I know he loves me and, and we're moving great or whatever. And I know he cares for me and I know he puts me first. See, that will be important. Okay. That will make me feel good. Okay. Because I'm telling you, when you get that feeling and you know that you have a person that truly cares for you and for you only and not about what you have, okay, and is willing to put you and your feelings above their own, okay. And one last thing, since I said that, you ladies got to get out and get into this shit, whereas I ain't putting no man before me. How's that working out for you? You're sitting there saying it to your damn self. Stop it, okay? Because it's not about putting a man before you, okay? It's about stop being selfish. You want a man in your life, but you're still thinking about yourself. You're gonna have to get out of that and start thinking about that man that you want to bring into your life, and that you want him to bring you into his life. Okay, that's the reward. Okay, so if you're sitting there saying, "I'm not gonna do that," then what reward do you expect? What bonus do you expect? You're not getting shit. Okay, the reward is you have a fulfilling relationship with a nice man, and y'all have children or whatever, or he treats your children as his own. Now, ladies, that's a special man. Rare as it is, that is a special man. To take another man's responsibility as his own, okay, and to raise him as his own. But we take a risk because when that child gets older, what's the first thing you see on TV? Oh, I like to thank my mama and my daddy, but the daddy ain't been in his life. I'm sitting there raising you. And you gonna thank that son of a bitch and leave me out? That's a cold, cold thing for a man to accept. Okay, it's very hurtful. Okay. So that's what I mean by if you're gonna accept a man into your life and you got children, that man has to be incorporated into your life totally as a father, not a stepfather, as a father. I'm not telling you got to tell the kids to call him daddy, okay? But don't be calling me by my damn name either, okay? And if you want me to babysit them because you're going to a dinner with your friends or whatever, you're not going to be running around and call me, "Hey, Carl, can I go get some juice or whatever? Take me to the damn store." No. They're going to be sitting out on the doorstep waiting on you. I'm just kidding. I wouldn't do that. But that'll never happen again. Okay? So keep your ass out these clubs. There's plenty of places to meet good men. Most good men, if they're hanging out with their friends, they might have 1 or 2 drinks and they're gone. They're gone for the craziness starts 2 o'clock in the morning. Okay, because they're in the bed because they got to go deal with their career. Okay, the ones that are sitting there, they ain't got shit to do and nothing to lose. They're sitting there to the club, waiting for the slim pickings, waiting for a booty call. Okay, so why would you stay at the club till it closes? Okay, then you're drunk. Now, get out these damn clubs. There's other places to meet good men. Okay, but you got to have a purpose. Not about trying to get their money, because that ain't gonna ever work. Okay, the purpose is bringing someone in your life to bring value to your life, and the value is support, respect, love, loyalty. And I'm out. Have a good night.